Osune Chiniabwa, Fagade and Samoa Nevasia, the last president of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency, Dr. Alhaj Muhammadu Bawumia.
Election, as has been said, is a very pivotal election. We have come to a crossroads in our development. In this election, the direction we go will determine the future. We have to make a choice. Are we going to go into the future or go back into the past? Do we want to go forward or backwards? That is the choice that faces all of us. It's a critical choice. You know, my opponent has been president before. Isn't that the case? He was president. He is a former president. When he was president, what did we gain from his presidency? He cancelled teacher training allowances. He cancelled nursing training allowances. Under his government, chalk in school was a problem. Chalk was a problem. Under his government, junior doctors worked for 11 months without pay. Under his government, teachers worked for 3 years for 3 months' salary under the 3-month policy. Under his government, we slept in Dumso for 5 years. 5 years. Under his government, when we complained about unemployment, that we needed jobs, he said he was not a magician to create jobs. And when we said we were suffering, he said he was a dead goat. Do you want us to go back to him? Should we go back to him? Should we go back to him? No, we don't want to go back to him. He came into government with a mindset of impossibilities. He never thought Ghana could be better than what it is. I am coming to seek the presidency with a mindset of possibilities. I believe Ghana can be as good as any other country in the world. We can be as good as Singapore, as South Korea, as the UAE. We have to put our minds to it and do the right policies and work hard. And so we have a big choice to make. The mindset of impossibility of my opponent made him think free SHS was not possible. When we mooted the idea of implementing free SHS, there were no kind. I say, I say, Anka, or no, I was Sasikana, on finance free SHS. And yes, I don't kind. That's what he said. He said that it was a 419 promise. But we said it is possible. And we went ahead to implement free senior high school education in our very first year in office in 2017. Very first year, the economy that could not provide chalk in 2016, in 2017 was implementing free senior high school education. Then we have gone even further. Today, senior high school students, we are providing all of them with tablets, with all their lesson materials and textbooks on the tablets. And we have restored teacher training allowances. And we have restored nursing training allowances. And in addition to that, we have implemented STEM education. We have implemented free technical and vocational education in addition. Today, our focus on education is because we know from all the empirical evidence that education is the key to development. All the studies in economics about what really drives growth, what drives development, is about education. That brings innovation, that brings technology. All of it depends on education. And so, it is not surprising that we have brought in free senior high school education, but we've also absorbed this examination fees of all the BECE students. And we're doing a lot in that direction. So you will see that we have provided 2,700 vehicles to the Ministry of Education since we've been on office, and 2,000 motorbikes to the supervisors in the educational sectors. These are major developments that we have put in place. Today, technical universities have been established with polytechnics upgraded to technical universities. Teacher training colleges, which used to offer diploma, are now offering degree certificates. And we are basically pushing education up in Ghana. And we are going to do much more. During the time of the NDC, just think about it. They were able to establish or bring into being 3 public libraries, 3 in 8 years. 3 public libraries in 8 years. NPP in 8 years, we have established 72 public libraries. 72 compared to 3. So you can see who is taking education seriously. 3 compared to 72. And that is very, very major that we have done. We have also invested 6 billion Ghana cedis in technical and vocational education training in the last 7 years. 32 state-of-the-art TVETs that we are building. Major and a retooling of the 34 existing MVTIs. We have undertaken a major focus on technical and vocational education. Then this is telling you what our priorities are. Beyond education, and I've focused on education because of where we are, beyond education, you will see that since we've been in office, our performance has been superior. Agri sector, we've performed better. Industrial sector, our growth is better. Jobs, we've created 2 million jobs since we've been in office in the last 7.5 years. 2.1 million jobs that we have created. That is much more than any government since independence. And that is very important. We've built more roads than any government in the Fourth Republic. We've built more airports than any government, more railways than any government, more schools than any government, more hospitals than any government, more fish landing sites than any other government in the Fourth Republic, more court rooms, more courts than any other government, more public libraries than any other government. We've laid more fiber optic cable than any other government, more sanitation facilities than any other government, more sports facilities than any other government. When we came into office, the whole of Ghana, there were only 3 astroturfs in Ghana, the whole of Ghana, 3. Today, we have 150 astroturfs and count. So when it comes to the normal development that you see, there's no way my opponent and his record can compare to our record. He cannot. It's not even close. If it was close, he would have even said it. But it's not close. Let me give you one statistic. When he was running for president in 2012, we've looked at his manifesto. He made 280 promises. 280. He did not fulfill 203 promises. 203. He only fulfilled 28% of his promise. 28%. Compared to us in 2016, our manifesto, we have fulfilling 83% of our 2016 manifesto. 83%. And his was 28%. And in our 2020 manifesto, we are fulfilling about 80% as of today. And we have not yet finished the year. 80%. We are fulfilling 80%. So you see the contrast. You see the contrast. But I'm running to be president to build a new Ghana. To build a new Ghana. I think that if it is left to the records, as I've shown you, my opponent cannot match. And this is why he doesn't want to debate with me. He does not want to debate with me because the records don't favor him. And he will not debate me because I will expose him. Because he can go and lie about me, but when he's face to face with me, he cannot. I will pin him down with data and facts. So he cannot come and debate with me because he has to come with data and facts. We debate with data and facts, and he doesn't. Those data and facts are not with him. I want to build a new Ghana. I want to build a Ghana for the youth. A Ghana that is going to be transformed. A Ghana that is going to be globally competitive. I believe, as I've said, that we can be as good as any nation. We can be as developed as any nation. And this is why I said, with God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. Let us not be limited. Let us not be limited in our mindset. I believe that we can achieve a lot. And I've been saying this before I became vice president. I wrote a book about 40 years ago. In that book, I was making that case that Ghana needs to prepare and Africa needs to prepare for the fourth industrial revolution, for the digital revolution. And this is why, when I came into office, I focused on preparing Ghana for that revolution. This is why I said, let's issue the Ghana card. Let's issue the Ghana card. We've done it. We are one of the few countries in the world with digital ID cards. The United States does not yet have a digital ID card. The UK does not yet have a digital ID card. Many countries in Europe last year gave their countries up to 2030 to issue digital ID card. 2030. Ghana is already ahead. We've issued a digital address, and every part of Ghana has an address. We are the second country in the whole world to issue a digital address system. There's a whole world. We've issued mobile money interoperability to make sure everybody is included financially. Everybody has a bank account. Mobile money interoperability. When I said we were going to do it, my opponent said it was not possible because no country in Africa had done mobile money interoperability where you can move money from the bank account to a Momo account, and from Momo account from one telco to another. That whole thing, that whole from bank to Momo, one telco to another, no country in Africa had done it. They said it was not possible. I said it is possible. And we have done mobile money interoperability. And today, even when someone sends you money from abroad, it comes onto your mobile phone. You don't need to go to Western Union anymore. And we are the first country in the whole of Africa to do the mobile money interoperability that we have done. Where we can do it. We can do it. We can move this country to another level. We have brought in drones to deliver medicines to remote areas, places like the Afram Plains and so on. Drones are delivering medicine. When I heard of the technology, I got up and went to San Francisco, met with the company Zipline, and I said, this technology can help the poor in Ghana, the remote areas, the rural areas. Come and set up in Ghana. They have set up in Ghana. And we have set up 6 drone centers. One is in Mampong here, right? One is in Enum here, and we have others. And what you see is that the drone centers remarkably are manned 100% by Ghanaians. Ghanaians are running the drone centers. Young people like you are running the drone centers. And Ghana, your own Ghana, the whole world, in terms of medical drone delivery, Ghana has the largest medical drone delivery in the whole world. The whole world, we are leading in medical drone delivery. It is possible. We can make and go to another level. We have done an e-pharmacy in Ghana. All the pharmacies in Ghana are now part of one e-pharmacy platform. All the pharmacies. So if a doctor prescribes you a medicine, you can go onto the e-pharmacy platform and find which pharmacy near you has the medicine and what price it is. Ghana is the first country in Africa and one of the few in the world with a national e-pharmacy platform. It is possible. We can lead the world in many areas. We are networking patients' data in all our teaching hospitals, in all our regional hospitals and district hospitals. For now, we have completed the networking of the hospitals and digitalization of the patient data. So today, if they refer you from Wa or Dodowa to Kolebu, you don't need a folder because all your records have been digitalized. You go with your ID number, Kolebu will enter it, and all your records will be available to the doctor. We are doing it. We are the leading country in the whole of Africa to do this digitalization and the networking of the hospitals. Not even in the United States do they have this type of networking of the hospitals across all the states. And Ghana, your own Ghana, is leading Africa and will be one of the few countries in the world to do this. We're digitalizing many operations and we are preparing for this fourth industrial revolution. Let me speak about one thing. I want to transform the way our economy works. Today, our economy is a cash-based economy. Isn't that the case? It is a cash-based economy. Everything you want to buy, you have to gather the cash to go and pay for it. If you're buying a motorbike, you're buying a mobile phone, buying a car, buying a sewing machine, buying a television, buying a fridge, everything you want to buy is largely by cash. That is a cash-based economy. So your paycheck does not go far at all. In the developed world, they operate on a credit-based economy, not a cash-based economy. So if a worker wants to buy a fridge in the United States or in the UK or Canada, they don't have to go and buy the fridge all in cash. They will go and they can buy it on credit and pay small until they finish paying for the fridge. If they want to buy a TV, the same thing. They will pay small. If they want to buy a car, it's the same thing. So the paycheck can give you more consumption possibilities and a better standard of living. In Ghana, your paycheck will not get you to half of the month and it is finished. Isn't that the case? I want us to bring what is happening in the developed world to Ghana, and we will have a credit system and we will be able to buy things and pay small and make this thing available. The difference between Ghana and the other countries is what they call the credit scoring system. In the developed countries, they have the credit scoring system. Everybody has a credit score. The financial institutions and the credit rating agencies can assign a credit score to everybody. So if you have good credit, you'll get the credit extended to you. If you have bad credit, you may not get credit extended to you. And so, what we didn't have in Ghana, why we didn't have a credit-based system in Ghana was because the building blocks for it were not there. Unique identity, an address system for everybody, and bank account for everybody. Basically, that problem has now practically been solved. We have the Ghana card, we have the digital address system, we have mobile money interoperability, which makes practically every mobile account a bank account. So the good news is that hopefully before the end of this year, Ghana is going to start credit scoring and will build a credit-based system for all this country. Now, that is going to dramatically change for everybody, to bring more discipline to the system and allow our workers to have more access to opportunities to do that. And so this is a game changer, and as I said, I want hopefully for us to start it even before we go for elections. And that is where we are headed. And so we want to build a country that is completely transformational. And I want us to do so many things in this. Let me bring my remarks towards a close by telling you, because you are all very interested in education, some of the things in education that I want to do as president. I want to focus. So far, we focused a lot on senior high school education. I want to focus now on early child education. Early childhood education. We should put a lot of focus on that, because that is where the foundation is built with the children. So I want to focus on early childhood education. And I also want to focus on special needs education. Special needs education. And I think that, we haven't focused on it enough as a country. I want to bring about a golden age of a focus on special needs education. And that's why I want to recruit 1,000 special needs teachers. 1,000 special needs teachers, so that they will get into speech therapy, occupational therapy, and so on, to help our kids who have special needs. I also want to upgrade and modernize the existing 28 special needs schools, so that we bring them up to world-class standards. And I have proposed, and I'm going to implement, free tertiary education for persons with disabilities. All persons with disabilities will be entitled to free tertiary education. I also have a solution to the perennial problem of uncompleted projects in many of our schools, secondary schools, tertiary schools, and so on. We have so about going into the future or going back into the past. He is looking to be president for 4 years. For 4 years. It means if you vote for him, he doesn't have to come back to you. No accountability. He just is gone. It is bye-bye. He doesn't have to account for you. If you vote for me, I'll be looking to be president for 8 years. I'll have to come back and tell you what I have done after 4 years before you will allow me to continue. And that is why with me, you will get accountability. And where we are in Ghana, we need consistent policies going forward. We don't need one step back, 2 front forward, 2 steps backwards. We need consistent policies. A Bawumia presidency over an 8-year period will give you consistent policy that we can have. So what we are looking at in 2024, I want us to vote for a new president. A new president, not a second-hand president who is coming back. We want a new president with new ideas, new vision to come and change this country. That president is Dr. Bawumia, and the MP is Sami Awuku. Vote for Sami. Let us get 80% of the vote here in Akropong, and go forward. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.